How do you say these words in English? If you said come, some, and done, then you're making the same mistake as a lot of learners in English. Welcome to Pronunciation Hacks, a video series where we discover how we really pronounce words in English. In this video, we'll look at some basic and some more advanced words that share the same vowel sound, something I call a pronunciation pattern. We will discover the pattern first, practice the words on their own, in sentences, and finally listen to a short story which contains as many of these words as possible. And if you really want to improve your pronunciation, make sure you watch the video until the end, where I'll share the ultimate pronunciation learning hack with you. Something you probably didn't expect. So how do we actually say these words in English? Let's listen and let's see if you can notice a pattern. Come, some, done. How is the letter O pronounced inside these words? It sounds very much like a short ah, doesn't it? These words show a very common problem that a lot of learners face in English. Namely, there is no correspondence between spelling and sound in English. Do you know how many vowels there are in English? Well, probably you do, right? We've got 5 letters. A, E, I, O, and U. But how many sounds do these letters actually give us? What do you think? 5, 10, 15, 20? The right answer to this question is actually 20. So is there any way we can make learning pronunciation easier for us? Well, in theory, you could be repeating groups of random words over and over again, hoping for improvement, and probably with the right models, over time, your pronunciation would improve. But there's a different way of looking at pronunciation, and that's through pronunciation patterns. So I'll help you identify these patterns and practice these words on their own, in sentences, and in broader context. So let's have a look at our pattern today. We know that it's the letter O being pronounced as a short ah. So let's have a look at 25 basic words that contain this pattern. Advanced students, don't worry, I'll give you your 25 words in just a moment. So let's have a look at the basic ones first. Come, some, done, love, money, London, nothing, something, somebody, someone, other, another, company, mother, son, month, cover, recover, discover, color, colorful, comfortable, one, front, become. Well done! Let's have a look at the more advanced words containing the short a when they're spelt with an O. Motherly, brotherly, none, nonetheless, above, income, comfort, comforting, comfortless, comfy, glove, dove, coverage, colorless, somewhat, somehow, overcome, incoming, upcoming, thorough, unbecoming, shove, shovel, ton, tongue. Well done! Hope you feel a little bit more comfortable now when you have practiced these words. Let's have a look at them inside some sentences. My brother and mother won some money in London. Somebody said another company had done it. Above all, money can't buy a mother's love. Her son needs another month to recover. Come and discover our glove colors this month. Well done! Let's practice these words in a slightly broader context. I will read a short text to you, and I'd like you to be paying attention to all these words where the letter O is pronounced as a short A. You'll find a link to an audio file containing the story, the words, and the sentences that we have done together in the description below. It's completely free, so make sure you click the link and start practicing this pattern today. So let's get to our little text. Listen and pay attention to all those words that contain the short A when they have an O inside. Jack was a young man who lived together with his mother in a small flat in London. Ever since his father passed away in a car accident the year before, the family hadn't lived in great comfort. One day his mother called Jack and said, "Son, we don't have enough money to pay the bills this month. I think it's time we opened your father's wardrobe to see if there's something there that we could sell." "But it's Dad's stuff. Isn't there another way to find the money?" he asked. "It's not even been a year since his father's death." "I'm afraid we have no other choice, honey. Come here," she said, giving him a comforting look and a motherly hug. Clearing out the wardrobe, Jack found some things that they could potentially sell. There was a sculpture of a dove, a new pair of motorbike gloves, and another sculpture of something similar to a shovel. Who knows how much this could be worth, Jack was thinking to himself. He was about to go to his mother's room to share his discoveries when he noticed an old book lying at the back of the wardrobe. It was written by somebody called J.B. Jordan, and above the name was the title, Key to Wealth. Jack loved reading, and curious, he opened the book hoping to find out something interesting. Soon, however, he realized that it was simply about how someone could set up a company and become rich. Jack had never thought of himself as someone who could even have his own company. Quite boring, he decided, somewhat disappointed. But, as he was not in a hurry and had nothing better to do, he made himself comfortable and started reading. The first chapter confirmed Jack's fears that the book was not going to be anything exciting. Its colorless pages contained a ton of terms related to income and money, and it gave a thorough coverage of how to overcome different situations when setting up a company. None of the information was really practical to Jack, but somehow he felt compelled to read a little more. After another chapter, Jack felt thoroughly bored. He shoved the book back into the wardrobe and was about to get up when he noticed that one of the pages in the book came loose. As he pulled it out, he realized that it was not actually a page, but an old envelope his dad had left there. He opened it and found a note and a lottery ticket inside. He took the note and began reading. "Honey, we've done it. I've been saving it for the coming week, but I can't wait to share it with you any longer. We've won £1 million in the national lottery. Here's the ticket." Jack couldn't believe his eyes. As he recovered from shock, he ran down to his mother's room shouting about what he'd just discovered. They quickly read the note and checked the ticket. Incredibly, it was still valid for another 3 weeks. They were completely overcome with joy that they had just won so much money. Well done! So if you want to practice your pronunciation, I would definitely download the file, practice all the words, the sentences, and the story, repeat them as many times as you can, essentially teach your brain to recognize this pattern. And now, let me give you the ultimate hack for pronunciation learning. It's a very simple thing, and you can use it anywhere, anytime, as often as you like. All you need is a mobile phone. So all you need to do is you need to go to your alarm clock widget on your mobile phone, set an alarm, give it a label, and in the name of the label, put the words that you want to practice. So for example, our alarm label from the video today could simply be 3 words: come, some, and done. You can set the alarm to go off every day, and this way you make sure that you don't even have to remember about learning pronunciation, because your mobile phone is going to be reminding you about that. And after watching a video like this, you will know how to say the words in the pattern. So for our alarm today, come, some, done. And we'll set the alarm to vibrate, not to ring, because we don't want it to disturb us during the day. So whenever your alarm vibrates, you can have a look at the mobile very quickly, remember the 3 words, repeat them out loud if you can, and that way you'll be teaching your brain to remember the pattern. And over time, your pronunciation of this particular pattern will greatly improve. If you found this useful and you feel you've learned something watching the video, click the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our future content. And if you're not ready for that type of commitment yet, it would mean a world to me if you click the like button, as it gives me feedback and shows me that I'm doing a reasonably good job helping you learn English. Also, if there's any pronunciation content you would like to see in the future videos on this channel, please let me know in the comments below. And if you want to learn another pronunciation pattern, click here and I'll see you right there. Take care, keep learning, and enjoy the process. Thank you very much for watching.